For article critique number 2, I chose the article titled Mental Health Initiatives Providing Stress Management, Wellness, and Mindfulness Workshops on College Campuses. The primary goal of this study was to implement creative mental health initiative programming that was cost effective and feasible on college campuses, since most of the current models and methods often don't target individual student needs. College students often lack the coping skills needed to manage all the obstacles involved in this stage of life and their mental health. Stress that is not managed can ultimately result in the emotional and physical symptoms like depression, burnout, and anxiety. With this information in hand, the research team, designated as mental health advocates, attempted to bolster students' mental health through systematic, evidence-based psychoeducational workshops. Throughout this study, these workshops were held in 13 undergraduate classrooms, predominantly in DFW courses, those with exceptionally high rates of students earning Ds, Fs, and even withdrawing from the courses at the University of North Florida, including 257 students who completed the pretest and 151 students who completed the post-test. A quasi-experimental one-group pre- and post-test design was utilized. The workshops included information about stress management, wellness domains, mindfulness training, and SMART goals. The roles of the mental health advocates were to teach, normalize, support, advocate, and provide additional and appropriate resources during these workshops. Overall, from this study, students' knowledge, attitude, and intention improved post-workshop. Student participants also showed greater agreement with the use of tools needed to reduce stress, improve wellness, use mindfulness techniques, and utilize SMART goal strategies post-workshop than pre-workshop. Results indicated that there were statistically significant improvements for the students who participated in the mental health workshop. The results also convey that this kind of program has the ability to impact how counseling services are delivered across college campuses. One weakness that I saw in this article was the way that the participants were chosen. In this study, the researchers allowed the professors of the DFW classes to self-select by emailing back if they were willing to host the workshops during their class time. In my opinion and personal experience, professors of these harder classes aren't as open to leniency within their classrooms and with their students, including offering breaks for mental health purposes. I wonder if other teachers were given the opportunity, would anything have changed? I did really like how the researchers held pilot workshops before launch to establish the continuity and resolve any issues regarding delivery. I definitely think this was helpful given that it was conducted during the global COVID-19 pandemic over Zoom, which also enabled students to disclose through the use of public and private chat features, which obviously would not have been an option in a real-life classroom setting. I think that this article and many other articles that are similar can contribute greatly to society and can really help college students all over the country. This study showed that by meeting students in the classroom and teaching them useful skills that they can implement at any time that they are stressed, they will be better equipped and better able to focus on their academic performance and the ability to balance their lives. This study can be replicated and effective without using many additional resources. Another limitation of this study was the limited representation of diversity within the researchers and the participants, as the majority of both categories were white cisgender women. I personally found this study very intriguing as a stressed graduate student who constantly feels close to burnout. I really like how this study involved education and activities, allowing students with different learning styles to participate and learn these very helpful skills. I think if all colleges could adapt a proactive mental health support stance, college students across all levels can be helped. And not only that, it can also help the success of the universities as well. For example, students' grades improving and potentially not dropping out or withdrawing from a course or program can help the success of an institution overall. For future research and improvements within the study, one of the limitations of this study was the diversity of participants, and I believe that future research should include participants from a wider range of genders, ages, socioeconomic status, and sexual identities. I also think it would be interesting to see if there were any significant changes if the workshops were held in person versus Zoom, as personally I find that I make better connections and my understanding improves when I'm face-to-face with someone versus on a screen. But going forward, I think any research in this category or even in this area, especially with college students, could help a number of students. Thanks for listening.